All
All
righty.
right, today is Tuesday, June 4th, 2024. The meeting of the Berlin Board of Health being conducted via Zoom. Anybody that wants to participate will be allowed. The meeting is being recorded so people can view it at a later date if so desired or so needed. And comments would be welcome at any point. At 7 o'clock, we will start with discussion. And the first item on the agenda is Bellevue Road. Bill, do you want to capsulize what's transpired?
Well, yeah, basically we got a call from police fire to go out to the home where the resident had been removed by ambulance. So again, Paul and I responded to that request, as did building inspector Richard Hanks. And with the owner off site, obviously we couldn't ask permission to enter the home, but we did a plain view inspection through front and rear doors. And it was a hoarding situation. So that led us to schedule an emergency meeting. And at that time, the board declared an emergency condemnation. And since then, the dwelling's been posted. And Paul and I have been in discussion with, town council and Kristen Rubin, town administrator, about next steps.
Actually, my computer just froze, so my internet connection is unstable. Okay, I don't know what that means. So I missed some of that, the emergency condemnation hearing. And then Kristen,
Well, it wasn't a hearing. We had that meeting and the board declared an emergency condemnation. Since then, Paul and I have posted the property and have been in discussion with town council and Kristen Rubin on next steps.
okay, Tom.
A little bit of background,
I don't know
the
how
estate of this property has never been finalized, so that is in the works. The other sibling is involved with council to get some clarification on their position, whether it's power of attorney or whatever. This is just going to be I think it's going to be a lengthy situation, and it's all about staying tuned for next steps. There's nothing quick that can happen. Police have called in a firm to get an estimate for a clean out because of the conditions. There's some health hazards. So everything is moving slowly and right now according to protocol. And there's a lot yet to be determined, and paths will open up as we move forward with legal possibilities. All right, the BU student request. Did see that. We got any volunteers?
That was my question. Has anyone reached out to, I think her name was Laura Houseman.
No, not me.
What is this about?
She's doing a doctorate and is looking for involvement with the local Board of Health member if possible. I don't know if you'd attend a Zoom or, again, I didn't get details because I'm not a Board of Health member. So I said I would get that information to the board.
She's looking for some pretty definitive interaction with a Board of Health member. And I really have to review it. I looked at it the first time and I thought, this is a a little bit on a, not that she's demanding, but the time requirement and so forth might be a little bit demanding on a Board of Health member. So that's something that I think we all should take another look at and review, and I can make a call to her to try and get some clarification, but it's not something that, at least for myself, that I want to jump into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paul, I think at least reaching out to her would make sense. You know, you don't have to say yes. Find out what it's
Right,
all about, and
exactly.
if it doesn't
Just
work.
just initiate or initiate a conversation based on the email and
Yeah.
and see where that goes.
Sorry, Sue, I cut you off.
That's
No,
okay.
that's
I was just gonna say, right now, I could not donate a lot of time to that.
Yeah, that might be the case.
God, your name was on the top of my list, Sue. Just kidding, just kidding. I'm sorry, no. Because I kind of had the same response. All right, so I'll follow up. I'll have a conversation with her and try and get more details, more structure out of where that could go. Next on the list, Wednesday PM office hours.
I took care of it. At least I think I did.
Yep.
We crafted a response. Paul, you
Right.
took a look at it. We rearranged a couple of sentences. And we sent it to Dee, and I hand carried a copy down because I thought maybe she'd like to discuss it, but she just kind of glanced at it and said, thank you. So I walked away. So we have responded.
I believe the backstory for this is the fact that they want to go to a 4-day work week.
That's what I heard.
And that some of the comments were, oh, it probably shouldn't have only been sent to full timers, not to part timers. So, but
Well, I explained Bill's situation. I explained that the board comes in as necessary. I explained Donna's hours, and then I reiterated that the transfer station
Right.
has evening hours on Wednesdays. Thursday, sorry.
Thursdays,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. So,
So check that off the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's probably just the beginning. We'll see where that goes, but board really isn't in a position to support evening hours per se.
Yeah.
You know, we have pretty decent coverage based on historical data. We really haven't had any complaints, so
Right.
and just with the organization, how the Board of Health is organized, elected, and with Donna as our one-day
Right.
go-to gal, evening hours just really don't make any sense. So
Right.
we'll see where that goes.
I mean, I could make it work, but I don't think the public wants to see me. They'd want to see Bill. So,
More than likely, I would agree. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean,
Okay,
so
I
enough of
just
that
ended
one.
our letter with, we do our job well, and we've had no complaints.
Right. And like you say, you have the transfer station on top of it, so.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, Bill. Pleasant Street, trailer complaint.
Yeah, before we get into too much detail on location, you know, I want to gather some more info, talk to the resident. But just to let you know that we did receive a complaint about someone residing in a trailer on a property that has a home on it. I'll talk to Rich Hanks too, see if there's a bylaw or anything in the building code about that. But again, I want to speak to the resident to see if that's truly the condition This was an anonymous complaint on the phone, and yeah,
Anonymous complaint?
I'd like to
We
get some
don't usually-
facts.
Yeah,
What constitutes, I mean, I have a trailer on my front lawn.
right.
If I decide I want to sleep out there some night, does that constitute living in it?
That's a gray area. You've got a primary residence with facilities and, power and all that, so not necessarily. But if someone's truly using it as a primary residence, we've got issues with the housing code.
Okay,
Is this a similar complaint that we had before, or is that somebody living in a shed?
Yeah,
I
There's
don't
a
recall
shed.
dealing with,
It was a shed?
oh, that was over on Pleasant. Yeah, that really didn't materialize. We didn't really see evidence of
Okay, because
occupancy.
I just saw Pleasant Street again and I was like, this is ringing a bell.
That's, oh yeah, you're right. Yep. No, proving occupancy is a tricky deal.
Right,
Sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not.
okay. All right.
okay, Title V inspection reports. Bill's been busy.
All of these are passing. I do need some minor revisions on 144 Central Street, and I talked to the inspector today. They're going to get us a revised report, but other than that, these are all passes, straightforward.
Okay. Now what?
I think that's it.
Oh, that was quick.
Wow.
My
Hmm.
goodness gracious.
You got anything else, Billy?
Well, I could give you a heads up on something that will be probably on next agenda.
Okay.
It's a home that was built prior to 1995, but again, not like an old system. And at the time the system was designed, the local regulations didn't respect bottom area on leaching trenches, so it was just a local reg. So what we've got is a person that wants to add a bedroom to their home. So they went out and did soil testing, assuming that they would have to put in a whole new system to add a bedroom. But when the engineer and I looked at the trenches and included bottom area, which is allowed, always has been allowed by state code and is now allowed by local code, the system is it's actually over designed even for the bedroom they want to add. It's even beyond that. The issue is when we did our soil testing, we used modeling versus observed water. So the bottom of the system, and again, I don't have the actual submission from the engineer yet, but 4 foot's the offset. This might have 3 and change. So before they go ahead and design a new system, they're asking the board if the board would respect the design flow that was, in place at the time when the system was installed. A black and white view of Title V would say increase in flow must comply fully with current code. But on the flip side, why that bottom area wasn't respected back then was more or less a local reg at that time. So, it's worth the question, I guess, is the point. So that'll be
Okay,
before
and you're saying this is something back in the mid-90s?
it was just pre-95. I'd have to look at the file again. I don't
That's
have it 'cause I
fine, yeah, just to
didn't get
get
this,
an
but
idea.
say it was somewhere 90, 92, I'm guessing. So, it's a newer system, but it doesn't, it wasn't, 1995 is when the code changed.
And they're looking to increase from how many bedrooms to how many?
If memory serves me, 3 to 4, but again, I don't have the submission.
Okay.
It was supposedly, Donna, maybe you can comment. It was supposedly sent 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen anything. And it was sent to Berlin. Usually,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
get something, you leave it right on the desk for me. So I just told the engineer, get it to my office in air, and we'll put it on for next meeting.
It's not ringing any bells. What's the
It-
address?
26 Peach Hill Road.
Yeah, that's
The
not
tank
ringing.
is big enough, Billy?
No, I think they would propose a tank upgrade to 1500.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nothing.
But so it's really the leaching area is the question.
Yeah.
It's over designed for the number of bedrooms they want, but again, we're talking about a less than 4 foot groundwater offset. So it's kind of a call on the board's part.
Okay,
Yeah. All right,
So that you can think about it, call me with any questions. I should see that submission this week, hopefully, or
all right.
next.
Sue?
Bill, I was wondering, have you seen any plans or anything for development on Randall Road?
Well, the area where Mark is working, those are both
Yeah.
approved lots. Your neighbor perhaps, is applied for soil testing.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the one where Mark is. How many houses are going in there?
Two, I think two.
Currently, there are 2 proposed.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I just know the trucks go back and forth
yeah,
all day
yeah.
long.
Yeah, I
Isn't
was up
that
there
like
this morning,
a,
actually. We tested the well on lot 3 this morning.
Well, they're up at
isn't that
Roach
like a
too,
70 plus acre parcel or
No.
something?
Yeah,
No, that's the next one down, Paul. That's the one that comes over to, that's the next one the town should buy, but, this was part of the old, I think Keegan property.
Yeah, the original house
sawmill-
is 232 Randall. It's right at the split of Randall and Peach Hill.
Keegan's
Just after
property.
Powers Road, actually.
Yeah. Danny Keegan's old house there.
Yeah, I know where that is, yeah.
Yeah, this was part of that farm, but the big 70-acre parcel is just beyond that, that runs all the way down to Bombs and to the other property. That's pretty rough in there.
A lot of shallow ledge.
Yeah,
Sue knows about shallow ledge and rocks, I think, right, Sue?
I
Yeah.
do. I just know between Mark's trucks, I mean, big, huge dump trucks
Yeah.
all day long, and my next door neighbor who's building a farm or something. And
Vision, yeah.
he has all sorts of toys, and he likes to bring them home. Because he owns a excavation company or something, he likes to bring his toys home. So
Oh, yeah.
he's up there playing with his stuff, cutting trees and doing all. It's not the quiet place it used to be.
Oh, that's the mayor, ex-mayor Marlboro's son, Vision.
Anyways, thank you for answering my question. I have nothing else.
I
need-
have
motion.
nothing else to share tonight.
Then I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
And I will second it.
Very
All
good.
in favor? We'll
Aye.
start with Sue. Bobby,
All right,
Paul, I as well. This meeting is adjourned.
Okay,
Bill,
Have a good
thank
night,
you.
all.
Donna, thank you.
yeah,
Good night, and Paul, I'll keep you posted once that final letter is ready for signature.
Okay, yep,
All right?
I'll get up
Good
and
night.
sign it. No problem.
Night.
thanks you guys.
all right,
All right,
Bobby,
have a
I'll
good
try and
night, everybody.
resend that to you, okay?
Okay, either that, I'll come up, if you leave it on the desk, I'll leave it in the drawer and I'll sign it. If you get
Okay.
a chance, but we'll wait till next week, it's no.
All
rush.
right, I'll just print it out and leave it in the drawer. I appreciate that.
Okay,
All
have a
right,
good one, y'all.
thanks, you too.
Good night.
All right, Sue, and I'll talk to you Monday, I guess. So-
Okay.
Try.
All right, have a good night.